Hey guys, JT with a quick video. You guys have asked before. Let me see if I can get a light that'll help out. Didn't help out too much on what I do to charge my LiPo batteries and stuff with. So one of the main things I do is I really actually don't use this charger a lot. This is a great charger and it's an AC/DC charger, but I don't use it that much. But when I do use, you see this is a high-tech X4 charger. This can charge up to 4 LiPo batteries. It charges LiPos, Life batteries, nickel metals, NiCads, all that stuff. And it can charge up to 5 amps with it. Now, I use this charge, like I said, periodically. And even though this is on charge for 4 amps and charge 3.8, I never, when I charge my batteries, go above 3.5 to 3.8. Just depends on the milliamp rating. I think I was charging some batteries that were like 8,400 milliamps. That's why you see a lot of these being set a little bit higher. But whenever I use this charger, I actually go in to balance the charger or to balance the battery when I actually charge it up. There's small, slight differences in that, which I'll actually do another video to talk more about that with charging a battery versus balancing a battery and stuff. It's not too much of a difference, but the balancing does help actually balance each cell in the LiPo battery. So I'll have a video too to talk more about the LiPos, nickel metals, etc., Life batteries, and then even the new high voltage batteries that are coming out as well. But I want to kind of focus on what I do to charge my battery. So one is going to be this high-tech 4 charge. Like I said, it charges 4 at the same time. It can charge LiPo here, nickel metal there, NiCad battery there, etc. And it can charge up to a 6S LiPo. You guys see that there. This is up to a 6S LiPo. So there's several adjustments and stuff on here. And if you guys want to see a video on actually how this thing functions, let me know and I'll do a video on that. Another charger that I kind of have too is going to be, yes, one of the Traxxas EZ-Peak chargers. So I have this because I do have a couple of Traxxas batteries, and you guys know with these Traxxas batteries, that looks a little bit different. Not only is the plug kind of proprietary to their cars, the balance plug for these LiPo batteries is actually built into the connector for it. Whereas you see other batteries, this is an EC5 connector, and then the balance port is built on the outside. I prefer these type of batteries more than anything else because I can, one, charge it on any one of my chargers as long as I have the proper connector or adapter for it. And two, as I'm charging it, I can see the milliamp rating of the battery and see basically how the cells are being charged. Or if I have a cell that's going dead, I can kind of tell. With this Traxxas charger, you really can't tell that much. It doesn't give you any readings or anything on there. So it's just kind of plug this in and get that going. So, which is, I guess, fine if people are starting out and they just kind of want to stick to Traxxas, which is fine. But you are limited with that. Now, I can charge these batteries on this charger, but I cannot balance charge these batteries. So if I was just to charge these up, I don't have to worry about hooking in the balance plug to this charger for that. I could just hit it on charge and charge it, which is another difference, like I said, when I talk about between balancing a battery and charging a battery. It's some of the differences when you charge, it just kind of just puts the energy in there with that. But like I said, I'll get to more detail about that. So, but these I actually, like I said, I don't really use those that much. I don't really use this as much as I don't use these batteries that much at all. But what I use more or less is going to be a lot of these more plug-in chargers where you actually just plug the balance port in there. And this particular one, you can adjust the amperage on it where you can go 1, 2, or 3 amps on it. And then I have these which are charging at about 2, maybe 2.5 amps or so. I think this charges at 3 amps as well. So a lot of times when I come in, since I have a lot of batteries that I use, a lot of times I'll just come in after my day of running or whatever, and I'll just plug these up and let them charge overnight. And they just pretty much balance charge them out. And after they're charged, of course, the lights goes from red to green with that. So I do have several of these. I have some of these that actually charge up to 4S LiPo as well. There's some associated, excuse me, I think reading ones I have on the other side of the room. So those are my main sources. I don't know if you guys have these, get these, or can purchase these, but I find them useful because I don't have to use this a lot. And this has a fan on it that can actually get pretty loud as well as it starts to charge. I mean, it'll come on, then it'll go off, and it'll come on, and it'll go off. And for some people, it can be annoying, and for me, it's just whatever. But for some people, it can get annoying. So it is pretty loud, whereas these, you just literally plug them in. Now, these ones that charge at a higher amperage, like 3 amps, I guess 3 amps, up to 3 amps. They do require you to have plugs, like for this, to actually plug in here. I'll get this plugged in real quick. Alright, so to plug that in, you'll still have to plug in your connector here and then plug in your balance port there. And it's probably just because it charges at a higher amperage. They probably don't want to put 3 amps through these balancing plugs here. But these other ones, like I said, this is a really good one too. I don't think Hyliion even makes this anymore, but I use this a lot too. Because this charges at about 2 or 3 amps as well. But it doesn't require you to actually plug in the battery through the battery connector. You can just plug it in through the balance ports, which does 2 and 3S there. So that's, like I said, what I use to charge my batteries up. Don't use this if I go on the road. Of course, I'll take this with me because this says an AC DC charger, which means I can charge it in the house and also take it on the road with me. There's a little port on this side over here, right there where my thumb is at, where you just plug in. They give you an adapter with it as well. This charger is going to cost you about $175 to a little bit over $200. Just depends on who's selling it. Maybe you can find a good used one and stuff. And they've also been good about some of their warranties. I've heard some people having one of these going out. They contacted Hi-Tech and then they just actually sent this in, got it replaced, and they replaced it for free and then sent it back to them. Or, it could be a couple things. So these manufacturers are actually getting really good about repairs and warranting their products and stuff as well. So, but anyway, guys, wanted to show that to you. If you have any questions, put them down below. This is basically my charging station. I got a couple more of these chargers that are plugged up in a couple more areas of the house and stuff that I'll use just to kind of plug them up and get them going. Because sometimes if I use all my batteries in a day, I can start just plugging all these up into all the different little wall chargers I have and just let it charge. So I also don't recommend charging them overnight or leaving them there because, of course, they are LiPo batteries and, of course, get a LiPo bag. But I'll get into that in a little bit more depth in other videos coming in the coming year. 2019 is 2018 now, to let you guys know about how I charge my batteries, storage of batteries and stuff as well. So I will get into that as well. But like I said, I basically charge them at about 3.5, 3.8 amps. I know it takes a little bit longer, but it helps keep the longevity of the battery and the performance of a lot of the batteries that I use up for a while. So anyway, guys, stay tuned for more videos. I'll have a lot more. Like I said, I know I'm repeating myself on charging batteries, maintenance of batteries. If you're going to go out and run batteries in mud and water or it's raining and stuff, good ways to kind of try to protect your batteries, because you guys see that my batteries stay in pretty good shape and my cars run pretty good because I take care of my batteries. That's one of the main things for performance, is taking care of your batteries as well. So guys, stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching.